Within the Office 365 environment, once you've activated Azure Rights Management Services at the tenant level, you also have the ability to then turn it on for your SharePoint Online environment. Let's go take a look at how you actually do that. To do that, we're going to go ahead and jump over to our SharePoint Administrative Console. And notice here under Admin, right? If we just go down to our Admin section over here, you'll see if we scroll down, we have the actual ability to do it with SharePoint there. We're going to jump out of that and run over to it. I've already opened it up just to save us a little bit. And we're here in our SharePoint Admin Center. From the SharePoint Admin Center, you actually have to go in and turn on information rights management at the tenant level before you can use it in any of your site collections. To do that, on the left-hand side, if you go all the way to the bottom and choose your site settings down there, that's where we're going to actually activate the option. So we'll scroll down, we'll click on Site Settings. Inside Site Settings, we're going to go through and actually have the ability to activate our information rights management. So let's just scroll down there where we see our information rights management capability. You can see right now it is actually off. It says do not use it, right? But we're going to go and we're going to turn that on. So I'm simply going to say, well, I want to go in here, I want to use information rights management. And you notice the blue box underneath that lit up and said, hey, do you want to refresh your IRM settings? You want to click that because what it's going to do is all of your existing site collections are going to now have information rights management capabilities turned on for the site collection at the site collection level. So we go in there and we've set it all up, scroll down to the bottom there now that it's ready to go and just click OK on out of this. It'll bring us back into the main portal. I'm at my site collection environment. Let's just go ahead and open up one of our site collections. Let's go to, let's say to our SharePoint, just our default team site here. And we'll just click on the URL there to open it up. And you'll notice we have a bunch of stuff going on, and included in this environment, I have some documents, right? I have some client documents. Let's go open that up. Inside SharePoint, once you've activated information rights management, you actually turn that capability on at the document library level. Every document library that you have can choose to use or not use information rights management on that library. And then you can set your settings for what you want to enforce on that document library in your environment. To do that from the library, you're going to go up here and click on the Library tab in the ribbon bar. In the ribbon bar, you're going to go over here to your library settings. In our library settings, now that we've activated information rights management, you'll see we actually have that choice available to us. It wasn't there before, but now it is. Now we have information rights management capabilities there in our environment. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And we have the ability now to restrict permissions on this library and create a permission policy. So we'll just call this one our client doc IRM policy. And you'll notice here we can put in a description if you'd like, but then we show our options. And this is where it shows you all of the different information rights policies you can apply to this library. You can prevent people from uploading documents to the library if the document type doesn't support IRM. Information rights management is supported in Office 2010 and newer documents. So if somebody's trying to load up at, say, an 07 document, it's not going to let them. They won't have that ability if you check that. So you can prevent people from doing that. You can configure your access rights. And notice that this is really about telling them what they're allowed to do, not what they can't do. I'm going to say, do I want to allow them to print it? Do I want to allow them to download the document? I have the ability to go out there and cite that. One of the other things that I find a lot of organizations like is this ability to go out here and actually set in a expiration, right? An expiration date. And you can actually go out there and expire a document after a certain amount of time. So you have the ability to go in there, as you see, and after download documents, you can expire it. And that's kind of a good point. Let's say, for example, you're a financial institution and you produce financial reports on let's say, a weekly basis. You can make sure that nobody's relying on old financial documents by forcing that every 7 days they have to go download a new one. So we can actually expire that document after, say, 7 days, right? And now when they download it, they'll be able to use it locally for a week, and then they'll have to go get the new version. They'll have to pull it again. So they won't have the ability to go in there and actually use that old document and rely on old information. And this is how you actually set your information rights management at a document library. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of this because we're using this document library for a few other things. But that is how you do it, and you do it at the library level.